There's a place for us somewhere, a place for us.
Hi, Aedín, nice to meet you.
You know, it really seemed to me that it was one big happy family with this. Particularly, I thought, when you posted the photo of you and Spielberg dancing on set. Does he get that balance well, you know, between getting the work done but making it enjoyable?
100%. I mean, it's a highly functioning set, I assure you, even though it looks like all we did was have fun. But he really does foster such a familial environment. And part of that comes from how important family is to him and in his life offset. You know, his family really does come first. And there were days where some days we'd just wrap. He says, I'm sorry, I have dinner with my family. We've got to go. And it's a very beautiful thing. And he's such a human person. He's such a, which sounds silly and sounds obvious, but he is so human and has such a genuine soul. So it really did set a precedent on set for this home family environment.
One of the big things between the 1961 version and this is that there was dubbing of voices in the 1961. We all got to hear your beautiful voices. One of the moments for me, Rachel, was yourself and Ariana DeBose's Nita singing A Boy Like That and I Have a Love. Did I see you tweet that you sang that live?
We did. That whole sequence is sung completely live over the course of 2 days. Obviously, there's a studio version out now where it sounds a lot prettier. But I will say,
no,
you know, for live emotional singing, we were encouraged that to sing ugly. We didn't have to sing pretty those days. It was about the raw emotion first and foremost, which is also a striking difference between ourselves and other musical movies in general, where the cinema came first, the musical kind of came second, in the sense that the music drove the plot forward and the plot was of utmost importance.
This is tinged with a little sadness, of course, because we have lost the great Stephen Sondheim. I adore the cast recording and I understand he was very present. Can you tell us about your interaction with him?
It was such an honor to be able to share the room with him, and obviously we are so gutted about his loss. For some reason, despite him being 91, we all just expected him to live forever in a physical way because he's been here since the very beginning. We made the connection pretty early on when we first shook hands back in 2019, that West Side Story was his first professional gig at 24. He wrote the lyrics, and it was my first professional gig at 17 working on this film. And that connection wasn't lost on us, and it was a really sweet thing to talk to him about. He was the consummate professional who was the best at making art in this lifetime, and his words will live forever. And I'm so honored to have been able to even just share the same air as him, let alone a couple of words. He was really special, and we miss him very dearly.
You won the role of Maria over 30,000 applicants. I'm wondering how it was your first day on set when Steven Spielberg said action. How did it feel?
I felt so many nerves. I thought I was going to be sick the entire day until he said action. And it was a wild thing for me that he said action and immediately it was about the work, and we were in and we were doing it. I don't know what happened, but something in my body shifted and said, this is what we're meant to do. We have to do it. And it was really just a get it together, sweetie moment. I was like looking in the mirror being like, okay, honey, get it together. But a lot of that has to do with the environment that I was in. I was surrounded by the best of the best casting, the best of the best creative team, the best of the best crew, which that crew has my heart and soul, particularly Mitch Lillian, who was one of our camera operators, who was so patient with me and really taught me so much about what it's like to act for a camera, as particularly the camera of a massive storyteller like Spielberg. And I'm just so grateful to have made such wonderful friends in our crew as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's great chemistry with yourself and Ariana DeBose as Anita, and also as Ansel Elgort as Tony. I'm wondering, did that come in rehearsals? Did it take a long time to build, and how did Spielberg help you with that?
You know, we were in rehearsals for such a long time together, all of us really, where it was almost impossible for us not to have that friendship ooze onto the camera and through the screen. We were very fortunate to have a very natural rapport and a very natural chemistry that was obviously encouraged by Stephen to grow in that with Ariana and with Ansel. And a lot of it also came from us not discussing the scenes that we had upcoming. We were just doing it and living it as if it were life. And that really was a breath of fresh air to these characters, as well as the assistance we got from all over with Janusz Kaminski's cinematography. It's obvious the emotions that we're feeling, and they fuel something. Paul Tazwell's costumes, Adam Stockhausen's sets, and Tony Kushner's beautiful script.
This has been a long journey to get through here with pandemics and everything else. I just want to wish you all the very best and congratulations again, Rachel, on a wonderful performance.
Thank you very much. So lovely to talk to you.
So